At the start, no one had even heard of Cristiano Ronaldo. By the end, everyone knew about him. These were the words of Manchester United defender Mikel Silvestre in 2003, describing a pre-season that would change young Cristiano's life. United had travelled to Portugal for a pre-season friendly with Sporting ahead of the new Premier League campaign. They returned to Manchester with a deal to make the babyface Ronaldo the most expensive teenager in English football history. Ronaldo arrived at Old Trafford with plenty of work to do. At that point, he was more a curiosity that he shared the name with a Brazilian icon. Slight in frame, he had used his acceleration and skill on the ball to embarrass the Man United players in their previous meeting. He was rewarded with a famous number 7 shirt and told to make it his own by Fergie. But his stepovers didn't impress everybody. Former teammate Darren Fletcher said there were times he was holding on to the ball too much and his decision making wasn't there yet. He was getting lumps kicked out of him. But the growth in the space of a few years in terms of his personal training, gym, he became this absolute monster of a dedicated professional. Something had clicked in Ronaldo, and he was on course to write his name into the United history books forever. He had the skills, and now he was filling his frame, putting in extra hours to build his physique. He understood the Premier League and what was required of him to fit into the United team. And importantly, he now had the end product to show for his work. He scored 31 goals in the 2007-2008 campaign, beating his own record for most scored by a midfielder. Ronaldo was awarded the 2008 Ballon d'Or award for his efforts. He had transformed from show pony to the best player in the world by the age of 23. And the best was yet to come. When Real Madrid made Ronaldo the most expensive player of all time in 2009, he was also one of the most explosive. In his first 5 seasons in Madrid, Ronaldo scored 177 goals in just 165 appearances. He had turned the club into one of the best counter-attacking sides ever seen in Spain. He won a total of 4 Champions League trophies with Real, as well as 2 La Liga titles, and a whole host of personal accolades, including another 4 Ballon d'Or. His personal battle with Clasico rival Lionel Messi only elevated his status as one of the greatest the game has ever seen. As he slowly transitioned into a traditional centre forward, his goal tally grew even more impressive. He always had the skill. He was also blessed with athleticism. His tireless work on his technical attributes had seen him dominate La Liga. Now he had over a decade at the very top of the game. Ronaldo was also flourishing away from the pitch as his celebrity profile grew and his business interests rocketed. Everything Ronaldo touched turned to gold. In 2020, Ronaldo was officially named the first footballer to have earned over £1 billion. Ronaldo went from a hopeful youngster in Portugal to one of the biggest names in sports entertainment. Constant improvement is paramount to Ronaldo. It's everything he's about. Despite his physical attributes naturally starting to decline, he is still outworking his teammates and squeezing everything he can out of his career as a Juventus player. He was the club's top scorer in his first season, firing them to the Serie A title, and he will do the same in the second. His stock is still sky high, despite his next birthday being his 36th. Ronaldo's efficiency will almost certainly fall in the coming years, but his status as one of the finest players ever to play the game will never be argued. Silvestre's words ring true. At the start, no one had even heard of Ronaldo. By the end, everyone knew about him.